My name's Adam Stevenson. I'm a youth minister here at St. Patrick's in Elkhorn, and I'm a friend of Corey Osborne. I also know some people down at St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's. I think both will work. So I was talking to Corey this morning, and we got on the topic of watching the movie Unplanned, and he had asked me if we watched it at our parish, and I said that we just did. Actually, we watched it during the month of October. And we watched two movies, one in the fall, one in the spring. The one we watch in the fall is going to now be Unplanned, and the other one is The Passion of the Christ in the spring. And we let our 6th through 12th graders come to it, but I obviously send out a little, like a disclaimer, I guess. What I do is I send out, and I kind of talk about what each movie is, the rating and all that, and give a caution to parents to make sure they know what they're getting their kids into. I also send a little movie review as well from a reputable Christian source. I forget what it is, but people really talk highly of it. It's an evangelical source, and it really gives a big breakdown of what kind of things someone who would watch the movie is going to see. And on both of these movies, they would talk about those movies being kind of like Schindler's List, a movie that's tough to watch, but it's a culture-changing type of movie for Passion of the Christ and for Unplanned. So we watched it a couple weeks ago, and our 6th grade religion teacher, I asked her opinion on it. I go, do you think we should open this up to 6th graders? And she is a very, very zealous teacher, and she said, you know what? Yes. If you can make it through 5 minutes of difficulty, it's going to be a life-changing movie for you. And I hadn't seen the movie, which is going to come up later on. I hadn't seen it, but I'm like, well, hey, this is our 6th grade religion teacher. She says yes. Other leaders in our parish had said yes, too, that they'd seen it with their middle school kids. And so I said, all right, let's do it. So we pulled up, and we probably had 50 to 60 people show up to our movie. Only 4 or 5 of them were 6th graders, but we had plenty of 7th graders, 8th graders, a lot of girls I'd never seen before. Not that I'd never seen before, but that go to school here, but I don't usually see at youth group activities. And we had our high school students show up as well, probably about 10 to 15 parents as well. So a good turnout. And I'll tell you what, we turned that movie on, and in the first 5 minutes, I mean, I'm probably the most uncomfortable person in that room. I'm sitting here like, well, I should have watched this movie before we put it on, because I had no idea. I'm just sitting there like, we shouldn't have let these 6th graders come in here. I can't believe we're watching this right now. It was hard. We got done, and there probably 2 or 3 times in the movie where I felt like that, where I'm just like, oh my goodness, what have I done? I brought these 6th graders in there, and this is heavy stuff. And we got done. We did a little Q&A for our students, and man, I tell you what, we had a great debrief. Parents that I met in the hallways were saying to me, I appreciate you having the courage to play this movie for our students. Some of the feedback that the students gave their parents were one of 2 ways. They either said, I'm glad I went, and I never want to watch that movie again, or they'd say, I hated that movie, but I'm glad I watched it. So it was that bittersweet, the angle from the students almost unanimously. So we're gonna watch it again next year. So I heard that you guys were gonna watch it. I told Corey that I'm busy on Tuesday nights, or else I'd like to walk in there and kind of give my testimony on watching the movie with students. However, we live in the 21st century, and if he plays it, here I am. So hope you guys choose to watch it. It was very impactful for our students, and we're going to watch it again next year. So good luck.